Hello, thanks for joining us. And phew, what a scorcher. Real shirt sleeve weather. They'll be driving up to Blackpool in their droves this weekend, so it's good to know that Blackpool is ready. Today they launched a revolutionary system to clean up their dirty beaches. From the skies above the town, Bob Smithies now reports.
And don't you wish you were here? I'm in Blackpool's highest and fastest ride. And from this helicopter, I'm looking down on the beaches, which for the last 10 years have become more and more notorious. But now Blackpool is taking special May Day action to clean up the pollution in the sea.
Where else could it be but Blackpool, symbol of the great British holiday of fun and fresh air, and from this May Day weekend, a fresh attempt to clean up beaches that have become the objective of criticism and contempt. This is Major Cleanup, the cartoon character who, with Mayor Dorothy Preston, today launched Operation Coastguard, a stopgap scheme to improve the seawater before the May Day invasion of holiday makers. For generations, Blackpool's beaches were the paradise at the end of the railway line from the cotton towns. But for over 10 years, Blackpool's polluted sands have been blacklisted by the Good Beach Guides. They were even threatened with action in the European Court. Blackpool had to clean up its act, or else.
What Blackpool did was to leave the sea and the sand out of its publicity and concentrate on entertainment, in the hope that sooner or later a £150 million sewage treatment plant up the coast would bring them the blue flag of beach cleanliness. But that won't happen for around 3 years yet. Emergency action was needed, hence Operation Coastguard.
The £1 million scheme is an interim measure. It's based near the busiest stretch of beach, and the idea is to add sodium hypochlorite disinfectant to raw sewage, killing off harmful organisms before it enters the sea. The ICI system has been tested for 15 years at Weston-super-Mare. It's said to work well. Sounds great, but will it make the seawater pure and the beaches safe?
It kills 99.9% of the bacteria and most of the viruses, and therefore mothers can be sure when their children go into the water that they won't catch infection.
We've decided to go with the Coastguard scheme, which clearly is better than doing nothing. We want very much indeed to get the European blue flag, and we think this is one way we will achieve that.
If Operation Coastguard is successful, it may be extended to 3 more beaches along the 7-mile shoreline. It's in operation this May Day weekend.
And there'll be more from Bob in Blackpool a little later. Now,
Britain's most famous holiday resort began a long and expensive campaign today to shake off that tag of one of the dirtiest beaches in Europe. And they chose the hottest day of the year so far to begin pouring disinfectant into the seas off Blackpool. It's a temporary measure to clean up the water until a new multi-million-pound treatment plant is ready. But Colin Sykes found few holidaymakers prepared to risk a paddle.
Today's sunshine attracted thousands of people to Blackpool, but on the beach, the resort's bad name for water pollution was keeping holidaymakers out of the sea. Things are beginning to change, though. Today saw the launch of the Coastguard disinfection scheme. From a temporary plant on the promenade, a hypochlorite-based chemical will be injected into one of the resort's sewage outfalls between the central and south piers. It's a short-term measure designed to improve one of the main beaches prior to the building of a £150 million treatment plant at Fleetwood, which should be operational by 1996.
We hope it will satisfy the visitors to Blackpool. We hope that they will realise that the beaches in Blackpool and the seawater is of a good quality, and we feel we're not very far away from winning the European blue flag for the quality of our beaches and seawater.
The Coastguard scheme is being operated by ICI, who stress that the system has been tried and tested for safety.
We've had some very successful trials down in the West Country at Weston-super-Mare and elsewhere, and I can say those people are very pleased with it, and they've noticed a very major improvement in the bathing water quality as a result.
But despite the assurances that the sea at Blackpool is getting cleaner, parents remain highly sceptical.
I have seen reports and have heard reports on the radio about that there was a pipeline just over there, and it was discharging raw sewage into the water. And until they've cleaned up, I'd rather the children go in the local swimming pools.
Yes, I wouldn't want to go in the water. Take a swimming, but not in the sea.
No, there's no way I'd let my baby go in the water. Blackpool's got a lot going for it, and if the water was clean, it'd be a whole lot more attractive.
I don't. Yes, the publicity's made us more aware. I think the standards that are expected are far greater than when we were perhaps wanting to go on the beach on a regular basis and go swimming in the sea.
For its part, Blackpool is anxious to lose its dirty seawater image and says today's move is the first major step towards a cleaner future.